Welcome back to the channel once again, my friends, and here's a video about Munchkin. Today, this is Gizmo Spaz, for those of you who are not familiar with my wacky antics. Today, we're doing a little, I guess, unboxing and review of the Munchkin 2 Unnatural Axe expansion for the original Munchkin game. There's 112 cards in here, so this is going to be a lengthy video. But, yeah, it's for use with Munchkin, and I guess it was originally about 20 bucks. And, yeah, there's also 4 blank cards in here, so you can add your own insane jokes and abusive rules. I love this game. It's just so random. But let's go ahead and rip this sucker open. Now, I'm assuming there are 2 decks in here. One will be doors and one will be treasures. And then here's a little booklet folder. Let's see. Yeah, just telling you stuff. I have these boxes of holding. I'm going to have to open those. They come with bonus cards. Yeah, lots of... There's some counters. I need some counters. And then back here is just an instruction manual, but you know what? Let's throw that to the side and open up our... Oh, it's all doors. I'm assuming there's treasures in here. Well, let's find out. Let's put that to the side. See if we can open this up using Cuddy carefully. Don't want to slice ourselves. Come on, I guess I should have done this ahead of time. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So, I guess, since the box is called Unnatural Axe, we should start with the Unnatural Axe set. First, let's look on the bottom here. And are these just all doors? Nope, there are some treasures. And then for some reason, the very last one... Oh no, this was the very last one, so... I guess they are about half treasures and half doors. So I'm probably not going to count them all just because there's so many, and that'll make the video that much longer, and we're already at 2.5 minutes. So here we got Unnatural Axe, usable by warriors only, plus 5 bonus. Wishing Ring, cancels any curse, played any time, usable only once. Your Shoes Untied is the oldest trick in the book, but it still works, which is why it's in the book. Played during any combat, plus 3 to either side, usable once only. Itching Powder. Play during any combat. The victim must discard any item of clothing and armor. Specific weapons and shields are not clothing or armor. Usable only once. Potion of Cowardice. Play during any combat. It forces Mr. Munchkins to run away, even if they were capable of beating the monsters. Usable only once. Potion of Flight. Death from Above. Play during any combat. Plus 5 to either side. Usable only once. Baby Oil. Oh no, is that baby in a blender? Slip away from any combat. This potion makes running away automatically successful for 1 or 2 characters, even from a monster that cannot normally be escaped. Usable only once. Pardonnez-moi. I bearped. Plus 4, usable by Dwarf only. Lawn Roller. 1 hand big. Plus 3 bonus, usable by Halfling only. Barbecue Fork. Plus 3 bonus, usable by Elf only, Tweezers of Terror. Plus bonus, usable by a Thief only, Boom Dagger. If stolen, lost to a curse, or sold by one to buy a level, this throwing dagger returns to the owner at the beginning of his next turn. If traded, looted, or given away, it becomes faithful to the new owner. It is only lost permanently to death or bad stuff. Plus 3 bonus, usable by Wizards only, Familiar. Oh, cute. Plus 3 bonus, usable by Cleric only, Very Holy Book. That is a big book. What does that say? Brother loves traveling damnation show. What? Lemon juice. Oh no, it's more things in a blender. Used to add zest to salads, fish, or pasta dishes, or play during any combat to make the victim land on his head. Plus 3 to either side, usable only once. Potion of Disbelief. Play during any combat, discard 1 monster. No one gets levels for this. You may only take its treasure if you defeat any remaining monsters. Usable only once. I still have a lot of cards to do. I think we're going to break this up into 2 videos, folks. So, yeah, tune in Friday for part 2. Garage sale. Play this card as soon as you get it, at any later time. When it's your turn, choose 1 item and discard it, then dig through the discards and take any 2 items, each of value equal to or less than the one you discarded, plus 2 bonus of doom. This card must be placed with an item that gives a combat bonus. That item is now the whatever of doom, worth an extra +2 in combat. This card goes with the item if it is lost, stolen, or discarded. I like that item enhancer. I have not seen too many item enhancers. That's really cool. Of doom. Loaded die. Ooh, I think the loaded die, which that's 7. That's a really weird looking die. I think that's also a Munchkin CCG card. Obviously, this came first, but still. Play after you roll the die. For any reason, turn the die so the number of your choice is on top. That's your roll. Usable only once. Oh, I love that card. And another loaded die. Trojan Horse. Play this card along with a monster from your hand. When someone is about to draw treasure cards, they don't get any treasure. Instead, they must fight your monster. Let's see. All normal combat rules apply, including treasure for that monster, or play this card with no monster just to deprive them of their treasure. Aww. Plus a 4 bonus for females, plus 2 bonus for males. Cute shoulder dragon. Aw. Plus 4 bonus for males, plus 2 bonus for females. Spiked codpiece. So that's the female one, and that's the male one. Spiked codpiece. Plus 5 bonus, usable by orc only. Slug thrower. You actually, a slingshot for slugs. And what does the slingshot say? It says Sluggo. Cheat. Play this card when an item card from your hand, when an item card you have in play, or when you play an item card from your hand, this item is illegal for you to use, even if it otherwise would not be. Discard this card when you lose, sell, etc. the attached item. Let's see. Level 7, Grassy Knoll. Gnoll. 5 against humans. Bad stuff. So we are in the doors now. Bad stuff, lose 3 levels. You can get back 1 level for each potion card you discard immediately. Level 5, Teddy Bear. Disgustingly cute. Plus 5 against orcs. Bad stuff, discard your whole hand. If you discard more than 1 card, you may draw 1 treasure while Teddy is cackling over his ill-gotten gains. Level 5, Fungus. If the fungus becomes humongous, it gains not the normal plus 10, but plus 25. Do not truffle with the humongous fungus. Truffle. Bad stuff. Elves lose 2 levels. Anyone else loses 1. Double the penalty if the fungus was humongous. How do you make it humongous? I guess it's a monster enhancer card. Wandering monster. Play this card with a monster from your hand when someone, including you, is in combat. The monster joins the one already fighting. Add their combat strengths if the characters must flee. Resolve the runaway attempts separately in the order the victim chooses. Super Munchkin. Look at that axe. You may have 2 class cards and have all the advantages and disadvantages of each. Or you may have 1 class card and have all of its advantages and none of its disadvantages. For example, monsters that hate clerics will have no bonus against a super cleric. Lose this card if you lose your class card. Aww. Wizard. Flight spell. You may discard up to 3 cards after rolling the die to run away. Each one gives you a +1 bonus to flee. Charm spell. You may discard your whole hand, minimum 3 cards, to charm a single monster instead of fighting it. Discard the monster and take its treasure, but don't gain levels. If there are any other monsters in the combat, fight them normally. Boom, warrior. Berserking. You may discard up to 3 cards in combat. Each one gives you +1 bonus. You win ties in combat. Cool. Thief, backstabbing. You discard a card to backstab another player, -2 in combat. You may do this only once per victim combat, but if 2 players are fighting a monster together, you may backstab each of them. Theft. You may discard a card to try to steal a small item carried by another player. Roll a die. 4 or more succeeds. Otherwise, you get whacked and lose a level. No. Cleric. Resurrection. When it is time for you to draw cards face up, you may instead take some or all from the top of the appropriate discard pile. You must then discard 1 card from your hand for each card so drawn. Turning. You may discard up to 3 cards in combat against an undead creature. Each discard gives you a +3 bonus. So if you grab this card way late in the game, then you get all of the discard pile. Some or all from the top of the appropriate discard pile. That's crazy. Half-breed. You may have 2 race cards and have all the advantages and disadvantages of each, or you may have 1 race card and have all of its advantages and none of its disadvantages. For example, the hate elves will no longer... monsters that hate elves will have no bonus against a half-elf. Lose this card if you lose a race card. So, is that the same as a super? Let's see. Level 5, Plague Rats will flee from orcs rather than attacking, leaving their treasure behind. Anyone else must fight, and it's -1 to run away. Bad stuff, lose 2 levels. Level 5, Undead Crawling Hand. If you give the Crawling Hand a wishing ring, instead of fighting it, it will be your little friend. Discard the ring, keep this card, and count the hand as a small item that gives a +3 bonus in combat. That's cute. Level 3, Pinata. If the Pinata has defeated each party member in the order you choose, draws 1 treasure face up. It doesn't matter who participated in the combat. Bad stuff, the player to your left, to the left, picks 1 item that you have to play. Discard it. 1 treasure for every member of the party. Cool. Level 3, Psycho Squirrel. That's enough out of me. Will not attack females or wearers of the spiked codpiece. Bad stuff. Lose a level. Speak in a high, squeaky voice until your next turn. Okay, I guess I can do that. Level 3, Wereturtle. Pursues very slowly. You are at +2 to run away. Bad stuff. If you lose a race to the Wereturtle, you lose your race. If you were a half-breed, lose 1 non-human race. If you were a human already, there's no effect. And that was that turn. So now I will move on. Level 3, the Mighty Germ. Halflings can just stomp it, killing it automatically. Bad stuff. Helpless sneezing causes you to drop your cards. Discard 2 cards. Your choice from your hand. No! Fool's Gold. You get no treasure from your next combat. If you are in combat when given this curse, you get no treasure from this combat. No! Orc. An orc who is hit with a curse can always choose to ignore the curse and lose a level instead, unless he's already at level 1. When an orc fighting alone defeats a monster by more than 10, he goes up an extra level. Cool. And another orc. And that's the same, just a different picture. Curse is level 1, if fighting goes up an extra level. Okay, so this is just a bunch of orcs, and the cards all say the same thing. They just have different art on them, which is cool. Halfling, you may sell 1 item each turn for double price. Other items are at normal price. If you fail your initial runaway roll, you may discard a card and try once more. Dwarf, you can carry any number of big items. You can have 6 cards in your hand. Elf, +1 to run away. You go up 1 level for every monster you help someone else kill. Cool. And then a blank card, just 1 random blank card. Undead, +5 monster. Play during combat on any monster except one that is already undead. The monster now counts as undead for all other purposes. I'm just going to put the blank card over there. If the monster is defeated, draw 2 extra treasure cards. Dead. Monster does not fight. It's dead, Jim. Take its stuff. Play on any one monster. Those who were fighting it can now take its treasure without combat since it's already dead. Nobody gets levels for killing it. Okay. Brood. Plus 10 to monster. Uh-oh. Play during combat. This monster is surrounded by its loathsome offspring. They do not count as separate creatures. If the monster is defeated, draw 2 extra treasure cards. We got friendly. Play during combat. All the monsters here will give you their treasure without fighting. If you choose to fight anyway, roll the die twice after deciding to fight and add that number of levels to each insulted monster. Not compatible with enraged or sleeping. If either one is played, the friendly may not be played at the same combat. Okay. Dead broke. Play during combat. This monster has no treasure at all. Aw. Sleeping -5 monster. Play during combat. If the monster is defeated, draw 1 fewer treasure, minimum 1. Not compatible with enraged or friendly. If either one is played, then sleeping may not be played at the same combat. And then this says Mommy. To be played only on a monster of level 5 or below, or one that is a baby. Another monster appears of the same kind, but 10 levels higher. Mommy is a separate monster affected by all enhancements to its baby, except the baby card itself. Its bad stuff is the same. If the mommy is defeated, draw treasure and go up levels. As for the baby, plus 1 extra treasure and 1 extra level. Aw, okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, that's the end of part 1 of Munchkin 2 Unnatural Axe. And we got 1 blank card in this set. And I don't remember how many cards it said. It says 4 blank cards. So I guess there'll be 3 blank cards in the other half. But yeah, tune in Friday if you're interested in this. If you like this, then thanks for watching. And as usual, be kind, happy hunting, and goodbye. See everybody next time. Friday. Bye!